Eyes open, something stuck. I see. What was that? Teacher. blade. That's the spirit. Time to earn that next drink. Now you got my attention. I'll be drinking a toast to your corpse. Not away. You or me, and it ain't gonna be me.
Nice.
Phew, that's that. I had one of them pre-war breath mints.
There we go.
Well, that settles it. I am 100% screwed. Damn this fog. You'd think a lighthouse would be easy to find, but not in this. Never seen fog like it. Can't believe I let myself get talked into this. How do I know that woman wasn't crazy? I'm starting to think her whole story was some fantasy she cooked up to get attention. Taking out one trapper to avenge her husband's death? Sounded easy enough. Now I wish I'd stayed far away from this godforsaken island. Shit, something's coming!
Yes.
Hope you learned something interesting.
Mike, this is your mother. I got your message. Your father is furious. I don't understand what you want me to do with this 9 you sent me. I'm worried about you, Mike. I'm going to try and talk your father around. See if I can get him to agree to come. I love you.
I got your Mirelurk carapaces. Finally, it's done. Everything that can be welded, duct tape, or superglued to the damn docks, all there. Listen, I'm sorry for chewing your head off about asking about my condition. Not used to talking about any of this. The whole island's falling apart. So many dead from the fog. Crabs, or whatever. And I just keep wondering how many good weeks I have left. 3, 4, 2...
Are you in any pain?
Doc's given me something to treat most of the symptoms. Having a hard time keeping everything down, though. My energy level's not quite what it used to be, and it's only gonna get worse.
You should take it easy.
As long as I got the strength, I can't waste it. And to think, before the news, I was powerful close to tossing the whole lot off my docks. But afterward, there weren't no point in defending my land. Let 'em come, I guess. And now watching them all squabble instead of lending a hand? Hell, a single finger to help. Don't they realize that all the bickering, for just a little bit more, is a waste of breath?
Isn't there some way we could make things better?
Figured I'd bequeath my land to everyone. I think we've lived alone on this island too long. With some common land, maybe a real community can be formed. Even if they have to be drug into it.
When times get tough, a community should come together.
I used to think the captain was an idealistic fool. But on this side of the road, after I get the carapaces installed, there's one last thing I want to do. You've been a real friend, Lucas. If you're willing to see it to the end, well, gotta get to work.
That trapper who killed your husband is dead.
And it's done. It's finally done. All those lives that were lost, all those debts finally repaid. And it was no son or daughter of Far Harbor who stood up to the island and avenged the Dalton bloodline. It was you, an outsider, a mainlander. The final chapter's been written. The story has come to an end. This is a day I never thought I'd live to see. Thank you.
I found a holotape from the last guy you sent to the lighthouse. He thought your whole story was a lie. Is it?
A lie? No, no. It was true. Or at least there was truth in it. Was there a little harmless exaggeration as well? Perhaps. But some things are more important than truth. Look at you, for instance. You've seen the island's dangers and survived. You've learned something valuable. What's more, the island learned something too. It knows you're not some greenbacked mainlander who can't tell up from down in the fog. The island will respect you now. And that's more than I can say for most who step off the boat.
I'm just glad it's over. If I'd have kept going, there wouldn't be anything left alive on this island.
I have no cause to doubt you. Now, every good story's gotta have a happy ending, right? The hero finds the treasure, saves the sweetheart, and rides off into the sunset. Well, I'm a little old to leap up on a horse. But I have got something close to a treasure. This is an heirloom that's been in my family for... let me think. Oh, for at least a generation or two. There's no Daltons left to inherit the thing, so it might as well pass on to you. The island knows this weapon. Oh, yes. You carry this, and it'll take you seriously. And that's it. That's the end. I can sleep easy now, knowing there won't be any unfinished business when they put me in the ground. Off you go now. My story's over, but yours, I think yours is only just getting interesting.
Lost my home when the fog rolled in.
Fresh shipment. All your medical and food needs.
times.
Hey, a mariner.
Harbor's safe as it's going to get. You ever get a gnawing in your belly to do something crazy? Reason and sense keep steering you clear?
If you abandon your common sense, it rarely turns out well.
That's good advice, but I don't think I can take it. You're the only mainlander I'd ever tell of this. So hear me out. The Red Death. May have heard of it. The big monster lives beneath the waves. Only strikes when the fog is thick. People think it's some drunken sailor's tale. But no one goes sailing when there's a fog on. In their bones, they know there's something out there.
Is there any evidence the Red Death is real?
When I was a little one, I went sailing with my aunt. Fog rolled in thick and fast, and we saw it. Glowing red, crimson, an unholy light that stretched to the sky. My aunt was no fool. We rowed to shore with all our might. Tide made it hard, but we hit landfall.
For whatever it's worth, I believe you.
Thank you. With my business here done, and knowing someone like yourself, I seek to end this unholy terror. Dozens of boats over the long years been claimed by it. I mean to hunt this Red Death. Are you with me?
How do we go about this hunt?
No one's encountered the Red Death up close and lived. But many folk have seen its glow from afar. I've been collecting the details of those sightings for years. We take our boats, and I can get us there. I know it, but it could be the deadliest challenge we ever face. So I'll understand if you pass.
What's in it for me?
Listen, I've thrown every cap I have into the hull. I'm close to beggared defending the harbor, but anything you find on the Red Death is yours. I just want to put it down for good.
Count me in.
Bring whatever weapons of death and mass destruction you got. Meet by the docks. You take your boat, I'll take mine. This trip is going to test our mettle more than anything.
If you ain't armed, you ain't long for this world. Buy my guns
Food in
now.
front. Dock and back. The bait shop.
Hey,
What's eating you? Go ahead, Captain.
your thoughts?
Damn fog's got in my lungs again.
Nothing else for now.
Back to it, then.
Mariner, please. I heard about this expedition of yours. We need you. Please, turn back.
I thought you didn't believe, Captain. Well, the mainlander does. And together, we're going to put an end to it.
Mainlander, if the Red Death's real, we can't afford to lose you both.
Do you really think it's dangerous?
Every now and again, some fool goes hunting for the Red Death. Sometimes they come back empty-handed, but more times than not, that's the last they're heard of. The hunt for the Red Death has taken its share of drunks, but it's also taken the lives of our mightiest men and women. Please, don't throw your life away.
With all I've seen and faced, this Red Death doesn't scare me.
Don't say you haven't been warned.
Mariner,
I'll meet you there. The Red Death is going down. You read me, Mainlander? I plotted a safe course for your boat. Don't tamper with it. The shoals near where we're headed can easily capsize a boat of your size. I'll catch up to you. Not much further, Mainlander. When Auntie Stacy told others of her brush with the Red Death, they laughed at her. Then, 2 weeks after, a full fishing boat never came back. From the beach, they saw the glow on the horizon. I've been looking to end the reign of the Red Death's terror my whole life. Wrecks all around it. There. You see it, right? Meet you there, and get prepared.
Hey, a mariner.
It can't be. That's the Red Death?
Are you sure this is it?
It's got to be. The red glowing eyes. I mean, when the fog's thick, that little fella is deadly in his own fashion. The shoals around here are treacherous. A middling captain with a mite of curiosity would run aground for certain. And this far from shore, that'll end you.
Think we can handle it? We could always call in the Marines.
Oh, ha ha. What do we say to all the folk back home? I meant this to be my last great adventure. Instead, if we tell the folk back at town, I'll be a laughing stock.
Would it really be that big of a deal?
You've no idea how pig-headed and relentless harbormen can be. Or maybe you do. The story will be told for generations.
It never pays to lie.
Easy for you to say. You don't have to live with those louts. Ugh, let's go. I thought I got this for you to celebrate. I didn't think it would turn out like this.
They're here. They're back.
Did you find it?
Bait
Did
shop's
you end the
got it.
scourge of the seas?
So, we set sail, and we found, a Red Death. It was a Mirelurk. A bit, smaller than we expected.
So as big as one of the queens?
Well, smaller than that.
What? Like a giant hunter? Them's big too.
Food.
With huge claws.
Well,
Fully stuffed.
no.
So how big are we talking?
A bit bigger than a dog.
A dog? The Red Death is a tiny little crab?
Oh, well then. I'm glad you brought the mainlander. Otherwise, you'd be dead for sure.
You need a mini
Fully
nuke?
stuffed.
Or 3? Big game.
I knew it.
Mariner.
Seems like the end of the road. Every time we've talked, you've given me a lot to think about. Might be time to come clean. Tell the others about my condition. But now all they'll say is what a fool I am. After all I've done.
So, what's your plan?
I'm working on it. I mean, at the end of it all, what's worth doing in your final days? What's worth leaving behind?
Do what you can to leave a legacy. Something to be remembered by.
I like the sound of that. No matter what happens or what goes down, you were a true friend.
Guns, ammo, and souvenirs. Get them while they're in stock.
Fresh shipment. All your medical and food needs. Food in front, dock and back. The bait shop.
Hey,
My boy!
She actually did it.
Did what? Chase me from my home? You should dump her in the harbor.
you're really not grateful? You get to see your boy again.
Ah, it is good to see family again. He never visits or writes. Here.
Mitch is at a loss for words.
Hush now. I owe you one. Burns the belly, but gets the job done. Get it now.
Avery.
It's hard to believe before you came here, all hope seemed lost. But now we've taken back homesteads. People are finally coming together. And all of it, it's all because of you.
You give me too much credit.
Hardly. With all you've done, including the captain's dance, I guarantee you, generations from now, we'll still talk about you. My people are so mired with their own concerns, I don't think they even realize that you saved us. All of us. Anything I give you or do for you, it just isn't enough. But take this, and thank you.
Need it? The bait shop's got it.
Protect your loved ones with my fine hand cannon.